guys, GraceGammer here and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we are back in Genshin Impact, which I am definitely really excited about. First of all, if you guys have not played Genshin, you should definitely try it. It's a free-to-play game that you can install it and download on Epic Games. I had to figure it out. Wow, I literally went blank for a second. I don't know if you can get it on Steam. I'm not sure. Y'all can check it out and let me know. All I know is Epic Games. It's the only one I know that has Genshin Impact on it. But in today, I'm just really excited to be here. Happy Wednesday. If you're watching it, it's Wednesday for me. I don't know when I'm gonna upload it, but I'm gonna try to upload it real soon. But it's Wednesday. We're I can't believe we're almost, y'all, in February. It's crazy how when y'all watch this video, we'll be going into February, or it'll be February. I don't know, but it's like, didn't we just get to January? Didn't we just celebrate Christmas? Didn't we just celebrate New Year's? It's like, pump the brakes, give me a minute to breathe a little bit. It's just been a lot, but I'm just so excited, y'all, to get back into this game. Last time, if you guys did not watch my previous episode of Genshin, I'll leave it up here in the card section somewhere above my head. I don't know which side. I don't know if it's gonna be this side or this side. Yeah, I don't know, but we just made it to Sumeru, and now we're on our way to Sumeru City. We're gonna try, we're trying to find the Adepti chick. That's what we're trying to do. Honestly, y'all, I feel like this entire storyline, this main storyline in Genshin, is to find our brother. And if you're playing it, if you're like a male character and everything, you're trying to find your sister. This time, I'm playing the sister, and I'm trying to find my brother. I don't have a brother in real life, but in this game, I do. I have a brother, and I'm calling him Poe. That's the name I gave him. That's literally the only name I could think of when I first started playing this game. I said, Poe, no! And I was like, why did I just say him? I was like, well, it just stuck to me to say Poe. But anyway, you guys, this is literally the journey to trying to find our brother. The last time we saw him, if you guys watched that video as well, we did see him. He was like, oh, hey, sis, but really did not acknowledge that, you know, we were related. I feel like he knew we knew who we were. Like, that's my brother. But then it was like, he just kind of kept throwing shade. And I'm just like, where are you going, man? Where are you going? So it's a lot. Last couple videos, we were in the chasm. We figured out the Hurley Curls are actually our people from our other world. And I'm thinking like, wait a minute. So they transformed themselves into these crazy little creatures that we had to fight all the time. Okay, that's what's happening. So yeah, but just to let you guys know, before we get started and getting into the game, I do want to say some things. First off, I hope you guys are liking this new setup that I got. Well, it's not a new setup, but this setup that I'm going for. And I'm also going to be doing something different in the game too, because I know in Genshin you can audio play them talking. Like, you know, sometimes like in the main quest, it's kind of just talking, and I have to hit my space bar a lot just to continue the conversation. I'm gonna see if I can do it this time. This is just the only time thing. Y'all let me know if y'all like it or not. I'm just gonna hit the audio. That way it'll just play on. Now, unless I have to actually talk, like my character talks. Why am I using quotations? But my character has to say something. I have to click on what to say. That'll be the only time I use my mouse and everything like that. But continually just having it to where it just plays through, plays through the story. And apparently there's some new updates to the game. I was about to record this the following day, but I really couldn't because I was like, wait a minute, there's an update. Yeah, there was an update. So we got 2 new characters and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, we got 2 new characters. That's nice. Don't know what they do, but I guess we can look at them a little bit before we really get into the game and all that good stuff. But enough of me talking. Here's the intro, and let's just go ahead and get started in the game. You guys, like I said, before we head into the main quest, this is what pops up on the screen. So if you go to the events overview and when you hit the tab and then you hit the little symbol, it's pretty much going to tell you test run. And we have some new things. We also have a new story quest from this girl, and she's an Amio, which is pretty cool. And I'm just like, huh? But we have a new test and trial, to run this character, and also Nahida as well. And then also, I know this is not pronounced gaming, but everybody was like, is this really gaming? But I'm pretty sure it's pronounced something different. I'm just not sure. And then this character, I don't know if she's new or not, but she's new to me. And so I'm just like, Nahida is new to me. Haven't used her yet. I don't have her at all, but just going through just going through, like I said, a little bit of, what they do, but she is a weaponist catalyst, so we already know what that is. I'm just gonna be holding something in her hand. She's a catalyst as well, which is really, I am really digging these characters. The both all these characters, the outfits are amazing. You guys already know I love the graphics in this game. Oh, she's Amio too. Oh, cool. So we got 2 Amios, a Pyro, and a Dendro. Nice. The consultation, their talents are pretty great. She is just super pretty. And the fact that she wears glasses, we're like, hey, bestie. Hey, girl. Okay, let me stop. Let's stop. Let's get back to the game. So as you can see, we are here. First off, let me just say this. I was not trying to do any side quests or anything. It just happened. But right now, we're trying to navigate through Sumeru City. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a cutscene. So let me go ahead and put my trusty headphones on and let's get into it. Before I wanted to get started, y'all, I needed to eat something because my people were hungry. All right, let's see what this is about. So pretty. Oh, I said I was gonna do this. My bad.
Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha Terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
All right. I literally went lost.
It kind of looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply
thing.
hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself.
Okay.
May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it a try. Ahem. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
All right.
Whoa. Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing.
Ooh.
Seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
This
exactly.
Is cool.
That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay.
Now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Surasthana.
Okay.
Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Huh? Paimon doesn't sense anything. The Akasha didn't respond to Paimon's question.
Same happened to me as well.
Oh, come on! Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it. Paimon's brain is exhausted.
Let's try asking her something else, or maybe it'll directly find more information.
Oh, smart idea.
Yeah, like, we're gonna see.
What are you going to ask it?
I don't know. See something. Let's think of something. Some knowledge began to trickle into my mind for a moment, but there. What? Something happened. What happened?
You too? Well, glad it's not just Paimon.
Let's think of the Greater Lord Recadafia. Let's just see what happens. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru really miss their Archon.
Now think, why doesn't the Akasha answer my question? It doesn't require. Multiple people still ask us parts of knowledge. It didn't need. Huh, okay.
Because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something.
True, true.
Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended.
True.
He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the Academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
All right. Well, welcome to Sumeru. Look at this place. Let me just take a look around. Let's investigate. Grab some cabbage. Oh my goodness. So pretty. Sorry, I'm just exploring.
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
I think you misunderstood us. We're not here to discuss.
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
I kind of want to stop it real quick because that was kind of... I'm not saying it didn't help, but I think I may want to do it myself because I was trying to read the little captions when no one was talking, but in my mind I was talking and it was going too fast. I was like, oh shoot. Well, I guess we're gonna do it ourselves. It was good. It was good audio though. It was good to do it just by itself, just to let it play.
Oh, let me see. Ah, ooh, what a relief.
Yeah.
You two nearly scared the life out of me. So you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself?
Ooh.
This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
There's something going on because if we can't get a hold of her, if they can't get something going on, y'all.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Okay, there's a place we can try to find her.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing.
Why? Is she crazy?
In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
So by area of expertise.
Hey, come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low.
It's
This
okay,
is so low,
Paimon.
it's like digging holes in the dirt. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here.
No, there's still one person we know.
Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
Yay! Ooh, there's a teleport right here, buddy. Catherine's
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Hello, traveler
Triplets.
Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait.
just the same thing what the guy did.
I
don't know.
apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aw, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry.
Sorry.
I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites.
Eremite?
They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
I know.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar.
Okay. Thanks a bunch, Catherine.
You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Aw. Thanks, girl.
Alright, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go.
Okay, before we do anything, I kind of do want to look around just a little bit. So here is another place. I'm just looking around, just trying to get a feel for the place. We can forge things here. General manager's there. But we can forge other things. The teleport is here somewhere. I think it's gonna be like on top.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
Let's talk to him about the Sumeru.
I see.
Archon.
So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Aw.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since
Aw.
those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ooh, why not?
Oh? Why's that?
We said the same thing.
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugadavada.
That is true. They say his name. They say that person's name a lot. They really do.
In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy.
I knew something was fishy.
Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugadavada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists, and that's all.
Really? Aw, after hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it.
True.
Besides, I'm sure the god of wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
Alright, well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. Believing that questions several other people. We question more people?
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here.
True.
Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really?
Whoa.
Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure, it goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard,
Gosh, I thought something
the man
happened.
sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament.
I thought my internet stopped for a second. It was me.
The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said,
I love that bird. That bird was so cute.
"Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
Wow, what an amazing story.
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Who are these
can
people?
you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
What just happened?
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
I think I have to do something with those people over there.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! We can't let them get in the way now. Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
Just in the wrong way. I love it. I want to see what else we can get. Oh, she was hiding. You okay?
Dunyarzad, we thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much.
I think it's her.
Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
How about we find you someplace to hide?
Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
All right, let's get her to the tavern. Why are they looking for her?
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
Who is she? Ah, she scared me. I'm with Paimon.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
She is so pretty.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
Oh,
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey, Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
Bro, she is like, I will pay you to be somewhere else.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
Do you see her shoes? Oh my gosh.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to, because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents.
What?
This is my life and my last chance, so I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up, and I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about.
True.
So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
She okay? What happened?
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure, after you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Interesting. Wow. So we met Dia. I love her shoes. Like, I love her shoes. Oh, it's up top.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia, haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Aw.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
I'm so nice. No need to break the bank.
We're already super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
How about our charcoal-baked Agelena cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
Charcoal bake. What you're saying is that you burn the cake?
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
Picky Paimon.
Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know.
That was kind of picky.
Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information.
Aww.
My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days.
It went nighttime so quick. Like, it's nighttime.
Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound.
Aww.
At that
sad.
moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But can you make my illness go away?
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm not powerful enough to do that right now.
Then why'd you tell me that?
Can you be my friend?
That is so sweet.
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Tevat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tevat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon.
Everybody, I'm loving this thing in their ear, supposedly. But it's like, I have a feeling someone else is listening in. I could be totally wrong.
I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zero's festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zero's festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages.
Oh.
It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday.
So, two birthdays on the same day.
I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival.
Oh, that sucks.
The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist.
Who's trying to join me right now? I don't know you.
Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aw, But that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
True.
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu? The one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
That is true. We can also come
But
along
of course, Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
too. Interesting. So Lesser Kusanelli is the new Archon of Sumeru, and the academia people are not really nice to her. So let's go and see what we can do, and I'll meet you guys there. All right, you guys, we made it.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Yep.
That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sub-Zero's festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do.
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished
Sorry.
renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
I went too fast, so my bad. Next stop is right here.
Wow, this place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Why did anyone come to handle
Oh,
it?
probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zero's festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. With the Mora she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover.
Oh, it's so pretty.
The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us. Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay, then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zero's festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, only time could stop at this very moment." Huh? Really? Oh, you probably mean because all the gods in this story are no longer alive.
Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the goddess of flowers looked.
Ooh, I like it.
Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Patisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real Patisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the goddess of flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real Patisaras on the stage. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sabzeruz festival? Will you two be coming?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
I think it's like, who else is a part of this group?
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea!
You sure it's not because you want in on the fun? You sure it's not because you want to watch it?
Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. She'll be happy to have more people who are celebrating it.
True.
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz festival together?
Sounds like a plan.
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sabzeruz festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Yay! So we're walking around talking to people. Let's start with the little kid with the dog.
Whoa, what's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outlander? Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. The best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
Candy was more important.
Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. 2 things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and, I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
I feel like Dia is gonna be a good friend.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
Alright, she's next to the last person to talk to.
Dancing at the Sabzeruz festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger.
What you do? The 2-step?
As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord.
Here we go.
My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the Goddess of Flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sabzeruz festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Oh, that's our friend. Next person's up here.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off this crown. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Dunyarzad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers herself.
What?
Hey, is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine.
What is Catherine doing here? Is she okay?
Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual.
Yeah.
I was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous.
True.
Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about her brother.
Yes, and you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh, haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
Are you also a fan of the festival?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Something strange.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
Okay.
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia.
Alright guys, so let's go to our next place, which is up these stairs, I think. And hopefully we can find that teleport. I think I can grab it. I decided not to grab it, you guys. It was too far. Let's continue.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
You like her.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Chief.
We just talked to him.
Ha, Dia. What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfond for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rukshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Yeah, who's stealing?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river.
Okay.
The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Students of Academia?
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
Maybe for safety purposes?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City.
Okay.
There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. King Deshret's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Is he like a bad king?
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfond! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
Oh, don't worry, we will.
Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
All right, and we got some extra stuff, which is nice. We probably finished commissions that really weren't commissions. Finished a lot of stuff. So awesome. So we gotta go here. Okay, 1,000 miles away. Y'all, we made it. It took us a minute to find this place. I was like, where am I going again? But I found it.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru.
True.
Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on. Osfund told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos.
Uh-oh.
Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item?
Right, we should figure out that. We should figure that out before doing anything else. Figuring that out could be crucial for the rest of our investigation.
Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
I just realized something. In this entire episode, there hasn't been like any battles. It's just been story after story, which is kind of cool, but I'm like, I miss fighting.
Welcome. How can I help you two?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course, especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
Like sneak up on them, like a sneak attack? Okay, let's see.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Oh gosh.
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein El Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, they'll give you info on anything.
500,000?
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa, did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that? So, what's our plan?
Oh gosh.
Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 Mora! Have you lost your mind? Oh, alright. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of Mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
Let's see if we can find out what this is. Okay, it's over here. So let's teleport. Teleport.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Yeah, let's chill for a little bit and just like be like little decoys of ourselves.
Oh,
Like,
you've arrived. Please take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Huh. Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of Mora this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick Mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
they show is talking really loud.
Huh. All these guys talk about is King Deshret, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Yeah.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, that traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
A traitor?
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
If we get the chance, if we don't get caught, we actually are going to talk to them. I don't know.
Who are you? What do you want?
I don't know what to say.
Traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
Looking for info?
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Paimon can't stand to see so much more go.
Okay.
There's no other choice right now.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're archaeology students.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru.
Okay.
King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
What?
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies.
So, there's some tension I feel is going on here.
Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together.
Okay.
If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
What? No, we're not. Oh, shoot. We've been caught.
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Well, give me back my money!
Hey, shut it, Al-Haytham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this,
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
It's getting intense.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat.
We're gonna fight?
If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone.
What?
Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then, if you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
We're really gonna fight these guys?
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Yes! Give me back my money! Thank you.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman, there appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Well?
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it.
He's Dendro.
Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Amorites running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go, wait, after him. Wait up. It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want?
Thanks for helping us back there.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future.
We can take care of ourselves.
All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses. We still have something to ask you about. Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about a certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two, and why are you inquiring about that? A student. Right. Look,
yeah, we're
you
students.
should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah, she's really strong. Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
She doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Don't underestimate me. Do not underestimate me.
Maybe not, but she can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even know what it was?
No.
Okay, well if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
He's like some kind
You
of
know
knowledge.
almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
Anyone?
Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing.
Paimon is so fascinated by this.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha, and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to Mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up.
I heard the academia lost something recently.
Oh, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine, let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
Okay. So I think this is something I want to try out on the next episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video today. Hopefully in the next episode of Genshin, we are in some more fighting, because in this episode, it was really just about us learning a little bit about Sumeru and about the new Archon chick that's taking over, and the Greater Lord, Less Lord, and all that good jazz. And so I feel like this episode was about just main story and just listening to what they had to say. But it was very, very interesting. I'm really intrigued about what's going to happen. I feel like in this one, we already met Dia, Elhaitham, and then Nilu. I'm thinking like these characters are actually characters that we can play, and I'm just like, ooh. Now I know I don't have them, but if you want to get them, you have to go through the Wish shop. I don't know if they're up. I don't know if they're in the Wish right now, but if you guys want to purchase them, you have to. I think you have to wait like on a cycle if they're gonna like repeat when they're coming back and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section down below if you guys are in Sumeru, or if not, which part of the Tibet are you in? Are you in, like I said, Sumeru, or you just starting out? You're in Mondstadt, or are you in Zuma, Liyue, or are you in Fontaine? Just the whole thing. But really super excited. I'm probably gonna do the trial test run to see how the new characters are. I know I showed you guys it earlier just to see, but I may want to try them out. Plus, I want to get those free hoodies as well. But I do want to try them out and see what they're all about. I think Nilu is not on there, but I know Nahida is. Nahida is another Dendro character, and I think she's in Sumeru as well. I'm not sure where we're gonna be meeting her, but I definitely want to see when that comes up. Also, I'm not sure if I want to rank up and update my adventure rank. I know right now I am level 50 something on my main character, but I know by me ranking up my adventure rank and possibly it's gonna make the enemies a little bit harder, so I have to level up them even harder as well to make to where it's a balance to where I'm not dying so easily. So that's something I want to work on, but I'm not sure if I want to get that done. But I'm gonna be done with this. I'm actually hungry. I don't know what to eat, but I'm gonna find myself something to eat. Maybe I'll make myself a tuna fish sandwich or something with some crackers or something. I don't know. But I hope you guys check you up on the next episode, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.